My name is Sagar, and I work as a facilitator with Generation Global, and I live in New Delhi, India. Before continuing or going further with this dialogue, there are a few tips that I would like to share with all of you. First one, whenever you come up to the mic, start with, "Hi, my name is." Just put your point forward, and once you're done, please say thank you so all of us understand that there's nothing more that you have to say and the next student can come on to the mic and speak. Second point, when you're coming up to the mic to speak, speak from your own point of view. Speak using I. I believe, I think, I have seen. You're here to just represent your own self and your thoughts. You're not here to present your country, to represent your school, your religion, or your community. This dialogue is about what you think about the topic that is given for this video conference. When a student is speaking on the mic, it's very important to be respectful of whatever they are saying. It does not matter if you don't believe in what they are saying, you will get an opportunity to come onto the mic and put your point forward. But when a student is speaking, it's important to be quiet and listen attentively to what the student is saying. There will be 4 different levels in this dialogue. We will start first with sharing, wherein students from all the schools, at least 3 students from each school, will come up to the mic and speak on today's topic. That is on climate change. The icebreaker points that I had given in the agenda would be, what according to you is climate change? Is it a big issue? Is it not a big issue? What do you think can be done to solve this problem realistically? And what are you trying to do in your communities to solve this problem? Now, when you come to the mic to speak, just remember that you're not speaking to me. I'm just a facilitator out here. It's a dialogue between you all. I'm just here to make sure that we follow the protocols of this dialogue. So when you come up, just remember you are not addressing to me, you are not speaking to me, or you are not applying to my icebreakers that I've given. With that, if all the schools are ready, can we get a thumbs up or do we need some more time? Okay, so I think SMA Bucket just needs to replace their laptop. So we'll just wait for a minute or two and then we can start with this video conference. Thank you. Okay. Can we mute the microphone at SMA Bukit? Wonderful. So we have all the schools back with us. If you're all able to hear and see me, can I have a thumbs up from everyone? Wonderful. Okay. So since everyone is back with us, let's start this dialogue on climate change. We will start with SMA 1, then we will go to Holy Cross, then Delhi Public School, and lastly SMA Bukit. I need 3 students from each school coming up to the mic and put their points forward on today's topic, that is climate change. Can we have students from SMA 1 come up to the mic, please, and speak? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tarsiska Skaningrum. I am from SMAN 1 GLAGAH Banyuwangi. Today I want to tell you about definitions of climate change. Climate change is a change in global original climate patterns that attribute by increasing level of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. And based on the data, the heat level in our Earth has increased by 2% each year since the 20th century, and it caused by the consume of fossil fuels. And then I want to tell you the difference between weathers and climate. Weathers is the short-term change in our atmosphere and change over minutes, hours, weeks, and months. And then about the climate is describe what is weathers in a long period of time in specific area. And just like how windy in our area is and many more. Okay, thank you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Kakati Tansubroto and I'm from SMAN 1 GLAGAH. I'm here to tell you the major causes of climate change. Okay, in my opinion, there are 3 major causes of climate change. The first is agriculture, the second is massive using of fossil fuels, and the third is wild deforestation. Okay, let me explain each why I choose those 3. Okay, the first, agriculture. Well, agriculture needs a vast land, so we have to cut down trees. We have to make land for it. And of course, even though we already have permission from the government, it's still cutting down trees are dangerous to our environment. The second is massive using of fossil fuels. We all knew that fossil machines use fossil fuels are producing CO2 gas and CFC gas, and we also knew that those chemicals are hazardous to our environment, especially for our ozone layer on our atmosphere. So it will make hole that will affect on our climate. The last, but the most dangerous, is wild deforestation. I read about an article from Greenpeace. It says Amazon, Borneo forest, Sumatran forest, and Sulawesi in Sulawesi forest already lost almost 50% of its jungle. So I think that's terrible for me, and it's very sad for me because our trees make oxygen for us to breathe, but we cut down all of them. Where can we get oxygen besides from trees? So yeah, we need to fight these issues right now, not later. Well, I think that's it from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ait Abdilbar and I'm from SMA 1 GLAGAH Banyuwangi. Well, I'm going to tell you about the effect of climate change. Well, the climate change is a global challenge that to face it, the whole world must coordinate to work. And I think there are four major effects of climate change. The extinction of certain species or population, and then the extreme weather phenomena, and also the third one is massive refugees, and also the last is the melt of ice in Arctic or Antarctica. Well, the first I'm going to explain about the melt of ice in Arctic or Antarctica. Well, the melt of ice in Arctic or Antarctica will threaten the coastal area and also threaten the islands. And the second one is the massive refugees. According to UN, the UN is known about the refugees, and according to them, there will approximately about 1 billion refugees of climate change in 2050. And also the third one, the extinction of certain species or population. Well, as we know, the ice in Arctic or Antarctica are melting. Well, for the polar bear in there, it is extremely bad news for them because there will be no home for them, and it will make the population of polar bear in there decrease extremely. And the last is the weather phenomena. Floods, hurricane, and other more will increasing their degree of violence because of climate change, causing thousands of victims, deaths, and also material damage. Okay, I think that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your point of view on this. Since we have dropped Holy Cross right now, can we move to Delhi Public School, Bareilly, and have 3 students from your school come up and speak, please? Thank you.
Greetings to all. Myself, Aryan Gupta of Delhi Public School, Bareilly, India. So, according to me, definition of climate change will be that it is a normal, unprecedented or long-term changes which causes long-term changes which changes the expected pattern of climatic change all over the world or in a particular region. Basically, these are the abnormal variations in the climatic change. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Praful Nigam from Delhi Public School, Bareilly. I would like to add more things to my friend's definition. Well, according to me, climate change is something which is a drastic change that occurs over a period of time and is something which is unpredictable to us and which is somehow affecting the agriculture and the human adaptations of our country, and whole of the world is suffering from this problem, and it is affecting the agriculture, such as the season changes, and due to which the expenditure of crops, the farmers faces the loss in the expenditure of crops, and and somehow we end up with a failure of crop. And in India, such as places like Rajasthan are facing this problem with the case of cotton crop. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Warm greetings to everyone present here. According to me, climatic change is a very serious problem, and these are the abnormal variations which are happening in our day-to-day life and the climate itself. According to me, it's a very serious problem as it can lead to the end of the world. So we need to take this topic, climatic change, very seriously, and we have to become a revolutionary in ourselves. We have to take out every revolutionary points to make it better, because it can lead to the end of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, students from DPS Bareilly. Now can we move to SMA Bukit and have 3 students come up and speak, please? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. My name Muhammad Feron Sebastian from Bukit Asam Senior High School. I want to tell you about climate change in my community. I think actually there is a climate change that's very frequent in my community. As I feel latest in the morning, the weather was very sunny, and suddenly in the afternoon, the rain was very heavy, and suddenly climate change also disrupting healthy in my community, especially in children who cause influenza disease. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Windiania Putri from Bukit Asam Senior High School, and I want to tell you about climate change in my area. At this time, in our area, there is a rainy season. The rainy season here occurs around October to February, because at the time, the west monsoon occurred. The rainy season also has an impact on our area, one of which is flooding. Recently, in our area, there was a flood. This impact made many people distressed. Many of them lost property and even lost their families. But fortunately, the government is moving quickly to this problem. The government has provided a lot of assistance to flood visit in my area. Not even from within the country, we also receive a lot of help from people abroad. We are very grateful to them. At this time, the flood here began to subside. People have done a lot of activities as usual. I hope all this problem ends quickly. The climate conditions here are also uncertain. Even though the rainy season is sometimes very hot here, climate change is also having an impact on our health. Many people are experiencing health problems due to climate change. But I will try to always be healthy and do many activities as usual. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Abelia Zahra. I'm from Bukit Asam Senior High School. I think climate change is very bad for everyone, especially climate change which is caused by burning fossil fuels. Therefore, many Indonesian people suffer from climate change. Climate change can happen anytime and anywhere. Climate change, for example, the rain that does not stop and cause flooding in a number of areas. One of them is Jakarta, Indonesia. The incessant floods that have engulfed the city have resulted in many people losing their homes, jobs, and even their families. This natural disaster can be caused by an uncertain, and because can also be caused by the action of irresponsible humans. Thank you.
Thank you, students from SMA Bukit. Now, can we have 3 students from Holy Cross come forward and put their points across? Thank you. Holy Cross, I think you need to unmic your microphone because we are not able to hear you. We are still not able to hear you.
Just check the settings of the microphone, please. Just quickly check the settings for the microphone.
We will just wait for a minute till Holy Cross can just connect back and we can continue with this dialogue. Thank you. I hope students from Holy Cross are able to join us soon. But till we wait for them to get back online, if any of you want to come forward and speak, please feel free to do that till we can have Holy Cross back with us. Thank you. Welcome back, Holy Cross. If you're able to hear and see me, can I have a thumbs up from you quickly? Great. So can we have a student come forward and speak so that we can just test your microphone as well?
Please unmute first. Your microphone is still muted.
It seems we do have some issue with Holy Cross at the moment. As I had asked before, if any one of you wants to come forward and speak on this topic, please feel free to do so before we go any further, because I just want to be sure that Holy Cross is with us when we continue with this dialogue. In the meantime, SMA1, Delhi Public School, SMA Bukit, can we have one student come forward and speak? Thank you.
So I want to ask to, my name is Tutvia from Bukit Asam Senior High School, and I want to ask to all of school, have you ever be a victim of climate change? And the impact for yourself, you can tell it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for asking that question. It's a wonderful question, but till the time we are not sure if Holy Cross is not able to join us, we might continue with the question rounds. But till the time we are waiting for Holy Cross to come back online and be with us, I think if, we'll keep this question separately. I've noted the question down. And once all the schools are together online on this video conference, we will put this question forward. But till then, it would be better for all if we are just discussing the points, if there is any more point of view on climate change, so that students from Holy Cross also get an opportunity to hear this question and then answer this question. So if there is anything more that any of your students wants to add on to this topic, let's take those points as of now, and once Holy Cross is back with us, we can continue with the questions. Thank you. Welcome back, Holy Cross. Can we have a quick mic check and see if it's working now?
Oh, mic test.
We can hear you. That's wonderful. So can we have a student speak now? Thank you.
Sorry for the inconvenience. My name is James Sikat. I am
It seems we do have a technical issue with the school. I'm really sorry for that. And thank you for your patience. Let's give them one more minute before we go any further. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Titan, and I want to answer the question from SMA Bukit Asam. I think, yeah, the climate change has a huge impact. Even though we're in the same country, but here in Banyuwangi, we're still having a dry season. The rain season is supposed to start about a month ago, but I think the frequency of rain right now is not normal and not usual as used to be. So it has a huge impact on farmers. The farmers in Banyuwangi here, well, their land are dry, and that's, of course, it's trouble for me. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Coming back to Holy Cross, you can take the mic and you can start speaking. Thank you.
Please unmute your microphone, Holy Cross.
We are still not able to hear you. Till the time Holy Cross, tries to figure out the microphone issue, and since we do have a limited time, there seems to be a technical internet issue with Holy Cross, so they are trying to fix it. Until that time, the issue is fixed with them, and then we can have their students come forward and put their points across. Till then, we can just move on and open this floor for questions or for putting your points forward or adding on to the points that were already discussed. And once the microphone for Holy Cross starts working, we can have them back and they can start speaking. Thank you. So can we start with SMA1? If you have any questions or if you want to add on to the points that have already been discussed, you can please do that. After that, we can go to SMA Bukit, then Delhi Public School, and finally, hopefully by that time, Holy Cross will be able to speak with us again. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Hamka Ramadhani. I'm from SMA1 GLAGAH. Well, my opinion about climate change, it's so bad. I think there's so many things happen in my life. Oh, sorry. Well, my question is, what do you think or what the acts you do to reduce the climate change? Thank you.
Any student who wants to answer this question, you can take some time to discuss it amongst yourself if you want and if it helps. And then I would like to have a student from any school come forward and answer this question. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Kritagya from Delhi Public School, Bareilly. So as one of my fellows asked, what have we done for climate change? So I would like to tell you one thing, that each and every small effort takes a big hand in a great deed. So in our school or in our locality, every year we have one Mahotsav. Basically, that is a festival in which we plant trees, so that we celebrate the beauty of nature, and we try to improve it. Every year we plant trees, and then like everyone here does something or the other. Like many of us go to nearby places on eco-friendly vehicles like cycles, and we often prefer public transport, so that the pollution levels and the heat levels are reduced. And also few of the things that are being introduced in our country is the odd even rule. That is, on odd days the cars with odd numbers will be running, and on even days the vehicles with even numbers will be running, so that the pollution reduces. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Do we have any other student who would want to answer this question? Thank you.
So my name is Lutfia, and I want to answer the question of SMA and one GLAGAH, and what my action to reduce the climate change impact are. My school have some programs. The programs are told the students to bring one student's 3 trees, and then I try to save the energy, save the water, and just only use the energy if I want to use. If I don't use it, I will turn off the energy. For example, like electric tools, lamps, and that exercise. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Holy Cross, do you want to check your microphone once more quickly? Thank you. Have you made sure that the microphone is unmuted? If the external microphone is not working, just give it a quick try with the webcam microphone if you're using a laptop. Let's see if we are able to hear you through that. Thank you. We are still not able to hear you, so hopefully your teacher might be trying to still work on that. So till the time we get them back, can we have more students come forward if you have more questions that you would want to ask, or if there's anything that you would want to add on to that has been already said? Please feel free to do so. Thank you. we had a question that was asked by SMA Bukit earlier, and that was if any one of you out here, if you are a victim of climate change, so that means has climate change affected your lives personally? So if anyone has an answer to that, please come forward. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone present here. I am Angelina from Delhi Public School, Bareilly, India. The question that was asked was that if I am or if anybody from us is a victim of climate change. So I would like to answer to the question that the climate change is at the global level, which is affecting the entire world. So that makes all of us the victims of climate change. Now, there's a difference that we are privileged enough to fight against this climate change. Like we have shelter, we have enough, you can say, luxuries to prevent ourselves. When there are, during the winters, when there are a dramatic fall in the temperatures, we have heaters, we have enough cloths to protect ourselves. But then there are people who are living on the streets who are not enough privileged to escape this harsh weather. So they are the actual victims, but this climate change, the way it is affecting the whole world, this makes all of us the victims. But then the difference, the main difference is how we escape it. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Do we have any other student who would like to come forward? SMA1, do we have we have one more from Delhi Public School. Please.
Greetings to everyone. The question was asked, have we ever been a victim of this climatic change? Well, my answer is no, I haven't been a part of it, but let me tell you, my friends, a time will come when every one of us will be a part of it, and there'll be nothing left to live. So we need to take it seriously, not granted, because it's a global problem and we need to solve it globally so that we can live happily and with all conditions.
DPS Bareilly, are you still with us? DPS Bareilly, if you are still able to hear me, can someone speak on the microphone? Well, it seems we have a lot of technical issues today with connections of different schools. But since we have two schools still here, can we have, if any of your students want to come forward and answer the question that was asked, please feel free to do so. Thank you. Welcome back, DPS. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Please go ahead. Thank you.
I was answering the question which was asked that have I ever been a part of any climatic change or have I ever been a victim of it? Well, my answer is no, I haven't been, but let me tell you, my friends, a time will come when we all will be facing the same problem of the climatic change. This time will not be able to escape. So we need to take this issue of climatic change seriously because it's a global problem and we should take major steps to rectify it. And according to me, small steps can make a big change. Another fact, I am very much inspired from one of the personalities who is none other than Greta Thunberg. If she, being a girl of our age, can make a change in her country, so why can't we? We can also bring a change, so we need to be together and bring the change to rectify this issue of climate change. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. SMA Bukit, would you like to take on this question that a student from your school had asked? Thank you.
So thank you for your sharing your opinion. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? It's just the inquiry round. Whatever you have heard your counterparts speak about, this is a time wherein if you don't agree with them or if you have any sort of a question that you want to ask, you can. Yes, please. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Azara Aura. I'm from Bukit Asam Senior High School. I want to ask for all of you guys, what is your action to deal with climate change and to maintain your body to stay healthy? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ramadhani. I'm from SMA 1 GLAGAH. I'm sorry to SMA Bukit Asam. Can you repeat your question? We cannot hear you clearly, please. Thank you.
What is your action to deal with climate change and to maintain your body to stay healthy?
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ramadhani. I'm from SMA 1 GLAGAH. What is my action to climate change? I think in my school, there is some program that named Zero Plastic. It reduced some plastic, so there is no more climate change from plastic. And sometimes we plant some tree, so we have some more action to reduce the climate change. And what I do to make my health, to make my body still healthy, I think I do some exercise and I eat some fruit and vegetable, and sometimes I go to sometimes I go to the clean place where there is no smoke and there is no more CO2, so I can get some fresh air from that. And well, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hey everyone. For maintaining our health,
in essence to climate change. Basically, at times in our country, the pollution levels rise too much, and there are chances that people get lung cancer because of pollution. So for that, we prefer exercise, usually cycling, because it is very eco-friendly and it has very positive effects on climate, and we rather wear masks to avoid pollution of the air, and we avoid everything that we can to avoid the pollution. So that, and basically in our region, the people are trying to make each other aware of what to use and what not to use. Like in backward areas, people generally use fossil fuels for cooking. So basically in our locality, we are very privileged. So we try to make them aware that what could happen due to fossil fuels and what could happen to them. So we ask them to use clean fuels for cooking, and in by taking these small steps, we make them aware and help them to make changes in climate change and remain healthy. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Now, can we have a student from SMA Bukit who would come forward and answer this very same question? Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Fadila Dwi Sala Alvina. Well, I think that's how I maintain my healthy and to take care of this climate change. I think I do a lot. I drank a lot of water, and also I use I wear mask to when I want to go to outside, and also I drank vitamin, and also eat healthy food, and also and everything and many more. So thank you. That's all.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Do we have any other student who would like to answer the same question before we continue? Thank you.
Once again, hello everyone. I would want to put up one question, that what can be the very first step we can take as students and as the upcoming youth of our country to fight this climate change and bring a change for the betterment. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Prisipadudin Haidar. I'm from SMAN 1 GLAGAH Banyuwangi. I like to answer question of the public school. as a student, I do like little things that but have an effect, big effect. Like I don't use too much plastic. If I can use another place to take my food or my drink. So yeah, that little things I do, but make a huge impact on the climate change. I think that's all. Thank you.
Any student from SMA Bucket who would like to answer this question? Ah, wonderful.
So like what my friend said, in our school we had a programs to plan. One students bring 3 trees, and we plant it. As we know, here we are in the mining coal area. So coal mining area. I mean, so we usually plant it in school and also in the mining area, and then we made sometimes we made a campaign about to save the earth and do go green, and to campaign the recycle, reduce, and reuse the at the wall magazine. So in our school, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Can we have a student from DPS who would answer the same question? Thank you.
Greetings all, this is Sayan Arora from Delhi Public School, Bareilly, India. What I think, like we as a youth should spread awareness. Like people all over the world are unaware of how combustion, how burning of fossil fuels affect the environment, how these daily use of vehicles affect the environment. So we should spread awareness that instead of using the normal vehicles, we should use eco-friendly vehicles like electric vehicles, then cycles and all. Because people don't know that the difference between using normal fuel burning vehicles and electric vehicles, eco-friendly vehicles. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
Greetings to all. I would also like to answer the question. The question is like, we as a youth, what can we do to rectify this issue of climatic change? Well, we have been studying about sustainable development goals and many ways to prevent pollution. But if we implement this education in our upcoming world, I think this problem of climatic change can be better. And we study about various solutions to sustainable development and many geographical problems. So I think if we implement the education which we are taking right now in the upcoming time, this problem can be rectified. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. Do we have any other student who would like to answer this before we move on? Thank you. Okay. Seems we do have one student. Wow, that's wonderful.
Hello, my name is Zulfazin Prasetya and I'm from SMAN 1 GLAGAH. And I think the best way to rectify this issue is by educating the young, because by doing that we can ensure that the future will be educated about the dangers of climate change, and that way we can also try and find new solutions to fix the issue. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So going further, I would like to just give one more point that can then be discussed by all of you amongst yourselves. And the point that I would want you to think and discuss about is, do you think that there is a correlation between climate change and the spread of viral diseases that we see becoming pretty common in last 30 to 20 years? I'll repeat the point again. Do you think there is any correlation between climate change and viral diseases that is spreading across the globe, especially in last 20 to 30 years? You can have a minute to have a discussion amongst yourself if you want to, or if you just want to come forward and speak, you can do so. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Gagat Titan, and I want to answer Mr. Sagar's question. I read an article about that disease. It froze in Arctic. So if climate change, getting worse, it is obvious that ancient virus can be released in our nature. So it's very, very dangerous, reminding that ancient virus is very complex, and we don't know what can we get from that ancient virus, and we cannot get the cure in short-term period. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Greetings to all. This is Ayan this side from Delhi Public School, India. So what I think that yes, there is a relation between viral diseases and climate change. Because if we consider the example of coronavirus from China, so it was never seen before in China, and there were mutations in the animals that were being infected, and it was transferred to humans. So there is a relation between viruses. Thank you.
Hey everyone, so according to me, now like one of my fellows gave example of coronavirus. Basically, according to researchers, what is happening that in the north of China, the ice over Siberia is melting. So the microbes and viruses that have been freezed for a very long time are being exposed. And these are not the normal viruses, these are the viruses that might have affected one of the earliest living creatures, maybe dinosaurs. So our immune is not as strong as of them to fight that. So, and the climate nowadays is, the climate and technology is making us weak, because we are totally dependent on the artificial technologies and all. And other things are that we are not able to combat it, because the climate situations are actually supportive for them, the viruses and microbes, and not for us, due to which they have a upper hand on that and we are lagging. So in this way, there is a relation between microbes, viruses and climate change. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that.
So my name is Lutfia. I want to answer the question. There is a relation between climate change and disease. Like for example, when the climate change, it can make a virus spread so fast, and then our body it's look like not ready to face it, and then the virus will be infect our body, and infect our body easily, and it can make our health is decrease. And then that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. If we have any other student who would like to speak, can come forward. I'll wait for 30 seconds, and if not, then we can just continue with the dialogue and go to our third round, that is reflection round. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Rafi Hartoyo. I'm from SMA 1 Banyuwangi, and I want to ask some question. When can climate change is being positive for global? Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Sorry, we couldn't understand your question. Can you please repeat it first? Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat my question. When can climate change is being positive for global? Thank you.
I think the question that is being asked by your fellow student is that does climate change have a positive impact as well globally?
Yes.
Okay.
Greetings to all. So what I think that yes, there are some positive impacts of climate change. As we can see, there are some places which are facing drought problems, and when in these situations when farmers grow crops, so they expect rainfall to have, and if there is a huge amount of rainfall going to be there, then the farmers relax themselves. So I think that there are some positive impacts. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shafina from Bukit Asam Senior High School. I think there is one of positive impact for on climate change. It's the people more care about the earth and more carefully with some people who got who being a victim. I think when people come to help each other, and that's positive things. I mean, but there is so many. There's not just. I think that's just one and only positive from climate change. That's all. Thank you.
Hey everyone, so according to me, positive aspect of climate change is that we are colonizing, we are trying to colonize universally, like we are thinking to colonize Mars by 2030, means we are moving to a higher level of civilization universally, and it may be possible that we may leave Earth and we may go somewhere else because everything comes to an end, and so will Earth and the solar system. So one day it might happen that we'll be leaving Earth because of climate change, and we'll be colonizing some other planets. So this could make us a higher level of civilization, and is a very positive aspect of climate change. Thank you.
Okay, my name Muhammad Feron Sebastian. I think that positive from climate change is people of Earth can be united because together people of the world together help each other to solve the problem of climate change. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for all your answer.
Can we have a student from SMA 1 come forward and answer the same question that your counterpart asked? Thank you. Any student from SMA 1, can you please come forward and answer the same question? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Rafi Hartoyo. So I'm going to answer my own question. When can climate change is being positive or global? Okay, so my answer is it depends on its citizens. As for example, for the farmers, why I choose farmers? In Indonesian, Indonesian has two seasons. In the first one is hot seasons, and the second is rainy seasons. And all of those seasons is positive for the farmer because why? When it's rainy seasons, the farmer will plant their seeds, and the rain will help those seeds to grow very well. And for the hot seasons, when it's hot season, the farmer will harvest the crops. Thank you. It's all from me.
Thank you so much for that. Now, moving forward, we will start with the reflection round. In this, what I would want is at least one student from each school to come forward and speak about what and if there is anything new that you got to understand about climate change through this VC. If so far, whatever has been said during this dialogue has helped you to have a better understanding of what are the impacts of climate change and how can we try and, minimize its, negative effects. You can have a minute to have a discussion amongst yourselves, and then I would like one student from each school to come forward and speak about the points that you think have helped you understand this topic better. Thank you. Can we start with SMA 1? Can we have a student from your school come forward and speak, please? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sultan Rafiq Walidin. I'm from SMA 1 GLAGAH Banyuwangi. I will give the reflection of this today video conference. First of all, the definition of climate change. Climate change is a global disaster event that caused by carbon emission created by humans. Then it traps the heat of our sun and earth in our atmosphere, raising the global general temperature, basically warming our earth to an uncomfortable amount. Second, what I think is changed my point of view in this video conference is definitely the positive effects of climate change. The effect, I think before this video conference, that there is no positive effects to the climate change. But after this video conference, there is some, but not many, some positive change in the climate change. Third of all, I hope that we can all at least reduce the effect and prevent it or change it all, the effect of climate change, to make a better living place for ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Can we? Okay, GPS, yes, please. You can come forward. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Gaurav Kumar from DPS Bareilly, India. First of all, I would like to thank you all for giving your point of view. I'd like to thank you all for telling us and awareing us about the climate changes. I was greatly inspired by the point of view of how the climate change can be positive. The practices which are followed in your schools, the different programs, how can we be healthy and how can we save different energies. The question which I'm left with is, we as a human being can save ourselves, or we can use alternatives to protect ourselves from climate change. But what about the wildlife? What about the wild animals? How can they adapt to this climate change? That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Hi, my name is Fadila Dwi Alvina. So from this video conference, I just realized the positive impact about climate change, and also its impact for the organism and also human activities, a lot of sector from economic and also healthy sector and many others. I think to solve this problem, I think we have to help each other for each country by spend our money to donate it to the victims, and also give them our old clothes to the victims. And to reduce it, I think we should recycle and do something who can make the earth more green. So thank you for all of the school, and also thank you. You can reach my knowledge about climate change. Thank you for Sagar too. So that's all for us. Thank you.
Hello everyone. First of all, I've been very motivated by this conference, and I've got to learn new things, and I've got to interact with you all across the globe. And finally, I've got a conclusion that climate change is our mistake and we have to solve it. Why others be a victim because of us? So in the end, I would say thank you to all, and we have to resolve it, and we have got many solutions. We are the youth, and we are definitely going to transform the world for us and for our future. Thank you.
Greetings to all. This is Kunal Singh from Delhi Public School, Bareilly, India. I have been very much motivated from this conference, like taking examples of Greta Thunberg, and I think this motivation can bring a change in this issue of climatic change. What I think we should have had a separate session for the solutions of climate change. So I would like to donate my time for the solutions. According to me, there can be only two solutions for this issue. First can be to go totally green and following the concepts of sustainable development. And the second can be to find another place to live, as Earth will not remain suitable for our lives. So that's my point. We can have only two solutions, and we should find some more to make this issue a bit better. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for reflecting on this, VC. Oh, we have one more student. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you for a chance. Hello, my name is Karnatilan Subroto, and in my opinion, my conclusion is climate change is something that we can't avoid, and it is inevitable. And also, and of course, we have to fight and we have to deal with it, like it or not. We have to right now, not later, not 2 years, not in the next 2 years, not in the next 5 years. We have to act now. Maybe after this video conference, we can plant some trees. We can reduce our plastic consumption. I think that is a minor step to a major step. And also, I would like to say thank you to all schools, SMA Bukit Asam, hello from East Java, and Delhi Public School, hello from Indonesia. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for Mr. Sagar as facilitator today. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now coming to the close of this dialogue, the last part is the review part, and I would like each school to give one feedback regarding this video conference. The feedback can be if this was helpful to you, if we could have done this slightly differently and made it better. The review part is for me personally as a facilitator to understand what more could I have done, or what else could we have done to make this topic interesting, to find a better way of going about this video conference. So quickly, one student from each school, if you can just give a feedback on this VC, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Lishika Jam from Delhi Public School, Bareilly. I'm very much influenced by this session, and it gives me the great knowledge about the climatic change, its effects, causes, and the solutions of climatic change. And it also gives the exposure of how various countries of the world are getting affected by it, and how our own only country is getting affected by it. It helps us to learn many things about the climatic change all around the world, and how it's seriously affecting our lives. The increasing CO2s and the increasing temperatures affecting the glaciers, which really affects our life. It's really helpful for me to gain so much knowledge from this video conference. Thank you. This is all from my side.
Thank you. Can we have a student from SMA1 come forward quickly? Thank you. And then we can have SMA Bukit. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Farabi. I from SMA 1 GLAGAH. So I learned a lot from this video conference about the effect of climate change. It opened my eyes about it. But unfortunately, one of our friends cannot join this session. It's very unfortunate for us. So yeah, we learned a lot about the effect of climate change. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my name is Lutfia, and from this video conference, we know that climate change is already serious issue from global, and then we have to hand in hand to solve the problem together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. With this, we come to an end to this dialogue on climate change. I hope this VC did help in having a better understanding about the topic that was climate change. It always is an experience for me to facilitate such video conferences because I come to know about new points of view, new things that I would have not thought on myself or by myself. You all can unmute your mics now. You can say bye to your counterparts around the globe. And I hope that your teachers will be doing more video conferences for you in future. Thank you so much. It was wonderful facilitating this video conference. Bye-bye. You can unmute the mic.
Thank you. Bye, guys. See you soon.
See you soon.